Guess this is gonna be my first upload.
8 years ago, I bought my Toyota 4Runner from a salvage auction up in Oregon.
Where I'm at in top.
It had 61 miles on it. Today, we're gonna talk about it. Today I'm taking it somewhere it's been 100 times before. Out of the city, off the pavement, up to a peak. Same car, 80,000 miles more. Let me show you how I got here. Back when I was living in Lake Tahoe, I had just finished up dealing with my Subaru. There's a long story behind that, and that's for another video or something. Anyways, I had money to buy a car, and I started looking at auction cars. I figured I can get a better bang for my buck if I find something that I repair. I was looking at salvage title Tacomas and 4Runners, which led me to this 2018 4Runner with a salvage title. I saw this 4Runner had a salvage title due to the fact that the seats were ripped out and the stereo was ripped out. I thought this could be the easiest damage to fix out of fixing a frame and doing a bunch of body work. It was back in 2018, so the car was basically brand new. Copart listed this vehicle as a not running and driving. I noticed in the photos that the battery was removed. Now this would have been an easy find if it wasn't 800 miles away up in Oregon. I didn't want to go up and check it out, especially if I didn't even get the car from winning the auction. I didn't know how much it would go for. I figured replacing the seats, probably not a hard task, and any wiring could be done pretty easily. So I pulled the trigger. I didn't know how much the auction would go up for on this. I was ready to pay up to $15,000. I was completely blown away. The tow truck driver showed up and the car looked absolutely beautiful, like it came off the showroom floor. The underside of it was just spotless. There was not a speck of dirt anywhere. I paid the tow truck driver to winch it on and off the tow truck because it was a non-running and driving vehicle. I didn't think that he would just hop in, start it with the jump box, and drive it off the tow truck. I was a little upset at first just because this is my new baby and I was hoping I could check the oil and do all the checks and balances before I actually tried to start the vehicle. We're here now and it's a 4Runner. What can you do? Even if it didn't have oil, it probably wouldn't have ruined the motor. So once the tow truck driver left, I had the vehicle in the garage and I went ahead and put the battery I purchased into the car. To my surprise, there was 61 miles on the odometer. 61. I was completely blown away. As you can imagine, I was super curious what happened to this vehicle. I looked up the Carfax and got some more information. I saw that there was only 2 owners, and it was the dealership and the insurance company. I gave them a call to figure out what has happened to this 4Runner and why is it at Copart. Apparently, this 4Runner was sitting on the lot at the dealership when somebody broke in, smashed this back window, and took the wheels, tried to rip out the stereo, and ripped out the seats. Now, the dealership didn't end up taking on the repair of this project because with the factory wiring harness cut, that means everything has to be ripped out and completely rewired in order for that fix to happen. Now that is way too difficult and time consuming, so they just ended up salvaging out this vehicle. I got lucky. I got extremely lucky. This off-road trail I found is gated and the gate is locked up, but it's unlocked. It's just got a bunch of locks on it. And apparently you can go through, you just gotta open it. I don't know why it would have a gate on, but I'm gonna close it. All right, we made it. We're off-road. So the repair itself was actually pretty straightforward. All I had to do was find the right seats and get them ordered. Now, I did order the wrong set at first, and that's when I figured out that there's a 3rd row slider seat for these 4Runners, but you know, I just had to send them back. I got seats from Texas, window came from Oregon, front seats might have come from Florida, so that was probably the most expensive thing, but overall, it wasn't too bad. Some of the parts I got from the dealership. The glove box door was actually smashed out, so I had to get a new one of those. Super easy to install. The stereo was easy. I think I found that one on eBay. You know, people swap out their stereos all the time, so it's an easy part to find. There's some of the things that I haven't been able to fix on this car are the stereo wires that got ripped out for the antenna and navigation. It's not a huge deal. I use my phone most of the time for both of those things. I never rely on that. The second hardest thing about doing this repair was wiring in the seats that I got for this 4Runner. They are the SR5 premium seats, so they are leather, they've got power, and they also got heated function, and then also the airbag. So that's a few things that I had to wire up, and the colors didn't match wire for wire when connecting all the cables back together. So this took me the longest time to figure out until one day I finally got the idea to ask a Facebook group member. Basically, I just had them stick their phone on video under the seat, and I was able to look at the connectors and see what colors went to what colors on the wires. Luckily, this worked, and I was able to get the seats wired up, so there's been no issues with those. It's been great. The heated seats are amazing, and can't complain. Let's get some off-roading done. We gotta air down these tires. Airing down your tires is crucial when you're off-roading. You get better ride and you get better grip. I always do it. Makes the ride feel so much better. I like to air down to about 15 PSI. Also, it's super important that you have your own air compressor. Nothing better than leaking out here. All right, looks like we're just about 15 at all tires. That feels a lot better. Now we're driving over these ruts and you barely even feel them. Over the years, I've done a few things to the 4Runner. I've added a 2.5-inch lift, upgraded control arms, TRD wheels, bolt-on rock sliders that I had bedlined, a new exhaust, and some other things like added onboard air, a remote start, tinted windows, lights, the usual stuff you'd do to any new vehicle. I'm done playing around. That was crazy. I almost rolled down the hill. It's so steep. That was not a good idea. Back to shooting the video. Today, it has about 80,000 miles on it, and I've taken on more road trips than I can count. I've slept in it, driven it across California, and it has never left me stranded. Not once. The first video I ever posted on this channel was me walking around this car. 8 years later, 80,000 miles later, and it's the best vehicle I've ever owned. I'll probably drive it into the ground. Thanks for watching.